Hi guys, it's Adventure Nerd, and I'm going to talk about how to save. And I'm going to talk in this video. I'm going to talk about how to save money on food in Hong Kong, because food is going to be a very big expense. It's going to be a very big expense in Hong Kong, and it's going to take a huge chunk of your vacation budget. So I'm going to talk about ways to save on money on food in Hong Kong. So here are some of the strategies on ways to save money on food while visiting Hong Kong. The first strategy is basically going out to McDonald's and buying food there. McDonald's is where you'll find the cheapest food in Hong Kong. McDonald's is where you're gonna find cheapest food in Hong Kong. Okay, you can get like pancakes, egg sandwiches, any type of sandwich. You can get even tea, coffee there. In fact, you should. They even have Hong Kong tea, which is called milk tea. You should definitely try that out. I recommend it. But McDonald's is where they're gonna offer the cheapest food. In fact, the food in McDonald's is the cheapest in Hong Kong. It's cheaper than Hong Kong food. Hong Kong food is a lot more like noodles and noodles, a bowl of noodles with chicken. That, like, for example, that's an example of a Hong Kong food that is going to be a lot more expensive than McDonald's. In fact, in the past, Hong Kong food was a lot cheaper than McDonald's. Now McDonald's is where the food in McDonald's is now the cheapest. So yes, if you want to save money on food in McDonald's, if you want to save money on one way to save money on food in
Metallic balloons are not allowed in stations or trains.
So one way to save money on food in Hong Kong is by going out to McDonald's. In fact, the food in McDonald's in Hong Kong is a lot cheaper than the McDonald's in mainland China. So that's how cheap it is. That's how cheap it is. So it's a lot cheaper in Hong Kong for McDonald's than it is at mainland China. And so yeah. So now you may ask yourself. So that's one way. Now, you may have curiosity. You want to try out what the food is at Hong Kong, and I recommend everybody to try out food in Hong Kong. So then the question is, how do you save money on food in Hong Kong? So here I'm going to talk about how to there's areas where you can basically get cheap Hong Kong food. So let me talk about that by showing you a map of the MTR, which is Hong Kong's transit system, and here it is. So this is the map of the MTR, Hong Kong's transit system. So here I'm going to show you. Here's the map, and here I'm going to focus on this area right here. So if you take the train to and stop at Jordan, Yamate, Mongkok, Prince Edward Station, or Sham Shui Po, I think it's called. So this one. If you stop at either here, or here, and you get off there and you walk around near these stations, you'll find some restaurants. Here is where in those restaurants you can find cheap Hong Kong food. The lowest Hong Kong food, the prices for the Hong Kong food is going to range from, I saw the ones I know from trying out the food here, they'll range probably like from 32 to around 38. So they're actually this area, right? This is where the restaurants close to these 5 stations. The restaurants close to these 5 stations is where you're going to find the cheap Hong Kong food. Everywhere else is going to be expensive for a Hong Kong food, especially around Central and Admiralty. So this is where you're going to find very expensive Hong Kong. These are the ways to save money in Hong Kong. I hope you like this video. Please, I hope you like this video, and bye for now.